Did your app just get kicked off the Google Play Store today? It might not have gotten kicked off, but when you didn't update and release it to the Play Store today, it probably didn't get up and wasn't successful. Now this is because Android has enforced a new requirement for Android apps on Google Play that there must be 64-bit apps. Now, this happens from time to time when you release an app. There's all the unknown costs at the start that people don't factor in, but there's also the ongoing maintenance costs that are completely unknown that people rarely ever factor until it actually happens. So what this means is that Google, who develop Android, and Apple, when they release an update to the development tools that we use and how things work, then they change the way the code works. So what this means is they might change it for performance, and sometimes you don't have to do much and it's all under the hood. Other times you have to move parameters around. So you say, I want to do this with A, B, and C, and then they'll turn it into CAB because it makes more sense to them. Or they'll just remove that function altogether and say, this is now deprecated and you have to use this new thing. Now we've had both of these scenarios happen in the last week or two. Our Android app that we've been continually working on with the client had to get updated, otherwise we couldn't release any bug fixes and updates to its user base that's using it constantly, and any downtime to them is detrimental to their work. And then on our iPhone app, we've had to update an app that we haven't used for a while with our client, and then we had to do a small change which we thought, all right, a couple hours there, shouldn't be hard. Actually turned into over a week of work with 150 touch points that had to be updated just because Apple changed this old function and made it no longer required, and now you have to do it this way. So then as a developer, you have to go through, figure out all the places that are affected, if it runs, if it doesn't run, figure out what the problem is, and then go and investigate why that happens, and then go and update all those places and make sure that it still works the way it's supposed to before. Now this is something as developers and engineers and consultants that we can't cover the cost for. It's nothing to do with us. We didn't make the problem. We just have to fix it for you. It's nothing that Google and Apple are going to solve for you because they don't care. You're going to use their services regardless. If you want to sell your app, you're going to fix it and they comply. So what you need to do is factor a couple hours a month as a potential budget for when this does happen. So when it is raised, you've got money aside to fix it and you're not completely caught off guard. No one's going to be able to estimate what's involved or how much work is involved in any of these things from the start of the year, etc., because you don't know what they are until they happen. Once they do happen, you can look at the code, try and figure out what it is, what's involved, and give you a rough indication and get it done. So tip to you is to cover this unknown expensive cost potentially that can come out of nowhere without you realizing. Set aside a few hours a month just to cover these for your developers so that you can comply and get your app up to date and out on the market as you expect it without any hiccups. Let me know in the comments below when this has happened to you and how much trouble it's caused.